What's going on YouTube? Twitchy back with some more Awaken Chaos content. Today's video we're going to be taking a look at the legendary Simma. She was just recently released. We're going to be trying her out in Guild versus Environment, specifically the Dark Tower boss. So if you guys have summoned Simma, congratulations, because I think she is OP. I think she was specifically designed for this boss. I also think she's going to be good in PvP too, but guys, without further ado, if you do enjoy this video, make sure you thumbs up, make sure you like the video, and make sure you subscribe so you see my future videos, and let's get started. Are you tired of not being rewarded for your hard-earned money spent? If so, you came to the right place because HUAWEI AppGallery is sponsoring today's video. If you are looking to get that additional cash back, maybe some additional in-game rewards, look no further. I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do so. So I do want to disclaim, HUAWEI AppGallery benefits are not only for players within Europe or players with only HUAWEI devices. You can actually install HUAWEI AppGallery via an emulator or via any Android device. So once you get the HUAWEI AppGallery installed, you're going to want to go ahead and click on it, and you're going to want to go ahead and click over on the feature tab. If we go over to promotions and scroll all the way down, you can actually see all the different campaign promotions that they have going on. So their main goal, as you can see, is trying to save additional money for their users. We're maining Awaken Chaos Era, so we're going to scroll all the way down to Awaken Chaos Era exclusive offer. It looks like there's a $25 worth value gift pack, as well as you do get 10% cashback coupons on all of your purchase all the way up until May 31st. So once you go ahead and click on this exclusive offer, it's going to have you go ahead. I'm on an emulator, so we're just going to go ahead and rotate the screen real quick. This will actually load up the campaign banner. So once again, get $25 gift pack and 10% off in the app gallery. Everything you guys are going to want to know, I'm going to have posted in the description below, as well as pinned in the comments. So here's the current offer number one. You're going to be able to score 5 advanced summons with any in-game purchase with non-HUAWEI points. That's kind of huge. Offer number 2 is the 10% back in points on all of your in-game purchases. That's also huge. You can get up to 1,600 euros. I think that's like $1,700 in US in coupons if you are a part of their VIP program. And then if you have literally any questions or you just want to find out more information, go ahead and join their Discord community. I'm going to have that posted below as well. And then once again, some instructions for non-HUAWEI users, some instructions for HUAWEI users. We will literally have all of that located down below. Thank you for sponsoring today's video, HUAWEI. Let's get back to the content. Let's take a quick look at Simma and her kit, what she brings to the table. So first and foremost, let's look at her base stats. So she's got lower on the attack, even though, you know, the thing I don't like about Ace is they put these labels on base stats and really it doesn't even mean too much. She has S attack, even though it's 1200. Of course, I'm missing some ascensions. She's not, yeah, she doesn't have those attack ascensions. But I don't know, compared to Dark Nick, who also has S and he's got like 1700 attack, I don't like the inconsistency there. She does have higher base HP, around 5400. Not bad. That's great because her kit does scale with her max HP. Defense on the average side, speed on the average side, not slow by any means, but not fast. Crit rate, there's, you know, nothing changes there. Let's look at her ultimate. So she deals 150% damage to one enemy and randomly transfers 2 negative effects on each team member to the enemy. This is going to be superb for the Dark Tower boss. He puts those dots on your team. She's going to be able to remove them ASAP. She also scales with her max HP and ignores 8 defense on the enemy's defense per negative, ignores 8% of the enemy's defense per negative effect transferred. So that's amazing. She's not going to be dealing the most damage, but she's going to be like a sub DPS, sub cleanser. always well welcomed. Let's look at her special ability. When an ally receives negative effects, Simma launches a counterattack with the special ability to deal 120% damage and randomly transfer one negative effect on one team member to the attacker up to 1 times per round. Damage scales with Simma's max HP. This is another similar skill to her ultimate, except it's a solo cleanse on a teammate. Once again, this is going to help us in Dark Tower guild versus environment. This is nice, decent damage too. Let's look at her basic attack. Deals 120% damage to one enemy and applies crit rate down to them for 2 turns. This is going to help us survive. The boss isn't going to be critting us as much. This is also a nice debuff depending on the team comp that you're going to be bringing. Maybe you're bringing her with Aaron. This is also going to help stack his rage even further, so I do like the debuff on the basic attack. Let's look at her traits. So upon receiving an ability that applies negative effects, reduces the negative effect trigger chance by 75%, so that just means you're going to be taking less debuffs less often. Okay, that's great. And damage received by 40%, so that is some decent mitigation. This is going to help her stay alive. You're going to be building her with HP already, but she is not going to be dying on your team if properly built. At least not the first one to die. And then her upgraded trait, it looks like if the negative effect is not applied, gains 15% bonus max HP for a cap of 3 stacks. That's actually pretty awesome since she scales with HP. HP is going to make her survive even longer. A5, is it worth it or not? For me, I would not A5 her specifically just for the 45% bonus max HP unless I was using her everywhere. For now, we're just going to be trying her out A0, and let's get to the battle. Well, actually, before we get to the battle, I just want to show you guys the gear, the sets, the stats that we're using today. So for her stats, we've got some attack. I was trying to hit, I was trying to focus HP. I hit 20k. I was trying to speed tune her faster than everybody else for the cleanse. This is kind of more of a general thought process versus specifically for the dark boss. Crit captor, for that extra damage, some crit damage. She actually doesn't need focus to cleanse and reapply the dots. At least I don't think so. So we didn't really give her too much resistance or focus just because she's going to be cleansing them. She's not going to get controlled, so she's not going to be able to not use her turn. So this is the stats we used. Kind of just like a hybrid bruiser speed tuned build, as well as, I wanted to maybe give her assassin set just for the extra potential damage since she does do damage outside of her turn. Ideally, most of the time, anybody that does that, you're going to put them on assassin. But I also wanted to keep her alive, and I think revival is a nice general stat, or a nice general set for her, as well as the 2-piece raider for speed tuning. That's going to be Simma. Now let's get to the battle. So we are actually on floor 10. Everything has a lot of HP. Everything hits super hard. Here are the talents that I'm going to be using today. So Thunder Punishment, just because a lot of people are taking attacks. If a lot of people are doing debuffs, I do Kiss of Death. And then typically I just use Battle Spirit for clearing relics. I am using Berserk Spirit for the additional attack. If you don't have the speed to move before the boss, Fearless Mind is always well welcomed. And then Hourly Hourglass, I'm going to see if we can get value from this trait. Some bosses you can't make it to 10 rounds, but I'm curious if we can with the Dark Boss, if Simma can keep the dot debuff on lock. So these are the talents that we're going to be using today. Once again, some of my guildies have already taken a shot at the boss. It looks like they kind of just cleared the waves to get that much score. So we can't really look at the past damage data to get an idea of what team comps people are using. So let's just go in with our own team comp. We're going to be using Agile Leap. We're also going to be using Sundering Purgatory for the defense down. I've got Matson on my team for sustainability plus debuffs to synergize with Aaron. I've got Simma for the cleanse, as well as, she's a sub damage dealer. I also have Wan Wu. He's amazing. Now you don't have to have him here. He's just like a damage dealer that applies debuffs to help stack Aaron's trait. And then of course Aaron has the AoE joint attack, has the ultimate cooldown reduction once you have him A5, as well as, he deals some decent amount of damage, plus he helps us get some value from our talents. So without further ado, let's go in. We're probably going to start off with, we're gonna actually save this ult. Let's just do the, okay, defense down. Not a smart idea. We didn't really build her with a lot of focus or her basic debuff, but she still applied it anyways. So let's get the rotation in the works. Okay, so we're gonna ult here, get the increased damage debuff down on lock. That's gonna activate Aaron's trait, which is gonna make everybody joint attack. And also, fun fact, A5 Aaron, once he does that joint attack from his trait, that's gonna reset everyone's cooldown by 1. That's, I don't know, I feel like A5 Aaron, if you're a PvE player, or if you wish to just, I don't know, push up your PvE as much as possible or invest in future PvE units, I think A5 Aaron is the money for sure. If you were here to get him, because he is a limited unit, then congratulations. So we're just gonna do the ultimate for the AoE joint attack. Once again, this is just gonna apply a bunch of debuffs. This is just gonna make our team synergy really work. So still, we don't have any debuffs on our team yet. And then also, we're gonna have to throw this on auto pretty soon. I just want to get the rotation going, and as well as I just want to see if she can cleanse these debuffs, because there are other cleansers that only cleanse 1 stack of the debuff, like Blackhorn, like Brand. So I'm curious if she's got what it takes. So it looks like the boss is gonna drop down the dot debuff. She does counter, and then she self cleanses both of the dot stacks, not just. Well, actually, hold on. Yeah. I mean, it was both of the dot stacks. That's great. So now we can just do our ultimate. We can get a full team cleanse. And this is kind of why I think that Simma was specifically designed for the Shadow Captive boss, because she cleanses all the dots. Paired with A5 Aaron, she's going to be able to pop her ult pretty frequently. And then I did bring in Agile Leap here so we can further cycle Aaron's ultimate. And then we're just going to throw it on auto and see how well we do while we kind of talk about the composition that we're using today. So Wanwu, I've been a big fan. He's one of the newer legendaries that they come out with. It's hard to keep track, right? Because they come out with so freaking many. But I do think he was a really strong released unit. I do think he was worth going for. If you do have Wanwu, congratulations. But you know, when Simma came out, I wasn't really too excited. I told a lot of people that I don't think she was as worth wailing for or pulling for, but it turns out, you know, if you are into guild versus environment, as well as, you know, maybe if you're into PvP and you're having issue going against control, I think she's gonna be a huge pickup for you. So all you guys that pulled Simma, congratulations. She is OP. She's overpowered for this boss, because I mean, all you need is damage dealer. So she's gonna cover the sub DPS plus the cleanse roll. All you need is a damage dealer. All you need is a hero to help sustain your team, and then you can kind of have a support flex pick for that last slot. I went with Aaron just because he's amazing for guild versus. He's amazing for any guild content in general. Plus, he's amazing for, I don't know, PvE. So yeah, if you have Aaron, congratulations. If you are wondering who to potion next, I would personally say A5 Aaron or A5 Rosalie. You know, those would be the best bets. But for now, today's video, we're just going to be talking about Simma. So here's how this team comp works, right? Matson applies his debuff that allows you to lifesteal. It's called Vampiric Touch. And then everybody's going to be moving so much from Aaron that they're just going to be able to self-sustain by the damage that they deal. Simma is just going to continue cleansing every single person. Guys, you know, the beginning of the video, I said I wasn't sure if you're going to be able to make round 15, but it looks like we'll be able to easily hit this. And then, of course, Wanwu is just, you know, he's just dealing massive damage. I don't have any books in him. I don't even have him on Assassin set, so we won't be seeing too big of a number from him. But he's on Curse to, you know, apply as much debuffs as possible. And I was using him for the Dawn Guard event that we have going on, just because he does so freaking much. They kind of do like little phases for their hero releases. Like I remember they're coming out with PvP heroes for a long time, and then the Hell Gear Dungeon stages got bumped up, and then they started coming out with specific heroes for those specific gear dungeons. Now they're kind of coming out with Chaos Rift units that are just generally good everywhere, like Wanwu or like Matson, or you know, a lot of people thought that Simma might be good in Rift. I think if she's A5, she has a chance of being good in the Water Rift. But personally, I think that she was designed to help us out with this Dark Boss or PvP control or something along those lines. I don't think she was specifically designed for Chaos Rift, which is cool because, you know, we need more cleansers in the game. We really do. We've got Blackhorn, we've got Simma, we've got Sea Cane a little bit. We've got, I'm sure we've got a few more, but they're not like hard cleansers. They're like cleanse 1 debuff on your team, on your hero, not like a full cleanse. So this is definitely very needed in Ace. So yeah, guys, this is gonna be my Shadow Captive team. I'm excited to see like what kind of damage we're doing, just because we don't have a lot of DPS here. Normally people bring in like 2 damage dealers plus Flarence plus Shane, and they're able to see some crazy numbers here. If I had to guess, we're probably gonna be in like the 3, 4, 5 mil range, maybe, just because once again my Wanwu isn't on an assassin set. But this is just another fun little team comp that's viable, actually insanely viable for the Dark Guild Boss. I know there's a lot of people that aren't particularly too interested in Guild vs Environment, but after they increase the rewards, I definitely think it's worth participating at the very least. Now you can get an epic book for the lower floors, or you can get a full legendary book for the higher floors, which I do believe my guild Minutemen, we're going to be trying to push for floor 11 this go around. It hasn't happened yet, but we still have like 4 or 5 days, so I'm curious to see if we can make it. I actually don't even know if any guild has made it to floor 11. Maybe Inext, and as well as there was like a Russian guild that abused the poor townie for a little bit, and they were able to make floor 12, or yeah, I think it was floor 12 or floor 11, but that was just due to some bug abuse. So I'm kind of curious to see how we'll do. Also, guys, how are you doing in Guild vs Environment? What floor are you on? What team comps do you like using? I'm starting to become more fond of Guild vs Environment as time goes on, just because there's some heroes that just aren't good everywhere. Maybe their only good piece of content is going to be guild content. So it's just fun trying out heroes that I typically don't play with in gear dungeons or PvP or Void Tower or anything like that, because it's just fun seeing the value, the worth of a hero specifically good in the area that they're designed for, you know? Where Simma, I don't know if this is true or not, but I feel like the developers saw that we were kind of missing out on a hard cleanse for Dark Boss, and we're like, hey, let's give these guys a little bone, you know? So congratulations to all you guys that got her. Congratulations to all you guys that have any of these units, really. 5 million damage, so just what we were kind of estimating earlier on. But guys, we autoed this. We literally autoed 15 rounds of Dark Boss with Simma. We're on floor 10, so that's not an easy feat by any means. But guys, if you do have Simma, look no further. Now you know where to use her, okay? So if you guys did enjoy today's video, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. Let me know what team comp are you using for Dark Guild Boss, and I'll see you guys in the next one.